Hello, everybody. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna get to the crafty shit, but I just gotta tell you something. Look at this dope shirt first, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I thought it glowed, but it doesn't. I tried it in the bathroom. So I got these really cool slippers, and the other ones are coming whenever, but they're like bare feet, and they have like real wolfy kind of bear hair looking stuff. But these are my favorites right now that I got the other day, and they look like cinnamon bears. When your feet is in them, it looks like you're stomping the guts out. It's hilarious. But look how freaking enormous these are. And when you walk, you have to kind of walk like this. You can't like because you kick the sides of your own foot while you're walking. But they're enormous, and they have like a million different colors on Amazon. And I was gonna get the pandas because I have panda like everything, but these look like cinnamon bears, and they would look really cute during Christmas time. But they're very comfortable. There's not like padding really on the bottom, just a piece of cushion or something. But they're awesome and I love them. Okay, so and I went and got some Halloween-y stuff and a unicorn blankie. But look at this thing. It like casts on the wall. And it casts on the ceiling too because of the thing. You could turn it on just to be the light, and it changes the light color. It doesn't have to spin if you don't want it to spin. But I like this thing. This thing is nice, and it comes with batteries, which is rare because I bought something the other day that didn't come with batteries. And I was like, okay, so I started a crochet project. Oh no, let's get to the other thing first, and then we'll talk about the crochet project because that's going to take longer. So I started working on the book nook the other day, and it was dark outside, and I started making a video for it and was very happy because you open it up, and I wanted to do it during the daytime so that it would be bright and sunny and cheery and making a craft and whatever, but no, I got the whim when the sun was going down. So I was sitting at the table, I had a little nest made and everything on the floor so I could sit down there and do it, and I open it up and I look at the first step, and the first step is testing the lights before you put it together. And I was working on the Magic Book Nook one, not the Sakura one. And it doesn't come with batteries, first of all, and that's the first step. And then I started looking through the other things, and I was like, whatever, I'll just make some of the other parts and just keep going. And it was saying these are the tools that you need, that it came with. And one of the tools that it suggested was these little tiny tweezers so that you can, put little things on and glue them together. And I'm looking through this little baggie of stuff that it came with that is extra stuff to use. No tweezers. It suggests that they would be great, but it doesn't give you those or the batteries. And then it starts showing you gluing little things together, but a lot of it is just like kind of you put it together and it stays. It doesn't come with glue either. So I put that away and was like, well, I guess I'm not going to make this. I finally felt like doing it. Now I don't get to do it. But for the past week or 2 weeks, I have been working on a crochet blanket, and it is different gradients of blue, and they go from light to dark and then to light again, and back and forth and back and forth. And I was following a picture based on this color scheme that I saw on Pinterest, and then I went and bought all those colors, and I started making the blanket, and I designed my own pattern. And of course, as usual, I made it too wide because I followed it said to do 225 chains to make it, and I got to 200 and I was like, this looks super long, this is kind of crazy. And I forgot how much I hated Red Heart yarn because it's so scratchy and like doesn't really have a good drape to it right off the bat like other yarn does. And so I started the blanket and then had to restart because each pattern that I had chose that I had found somewhere else, it didn't lay right, it didn't like fall right, and there was way too big of holes, and I don't like pattern holes. I like, my aunt is like me, and she crafts all the time and makes stuff all the time, and there's a lot of blankets that she would give to my parents and my dad would use, and he could always just lay on the couch, put the blanket on him, and his toes would go through it, and I hate that. I want a blanket that's going to be warm and cuddly, not have a lot of ventilation in it. So I came up with my own pattern, which is like you start with the first color and do a couple of rows of double crochet, and then you switch colors, and the first row of that next color are row below front post double crochets, and then you do 2 rows of that, and then the next color does the same thing, and it just kind of like, it makes it so that there's the color and then there's little forks of the next color, so it kind of bleeds as it goes. Well, I started following the color scheme that I had, and it goes from light to dark to light again, but in the middle is this weird jeans color blue, which is another dark, and it just doesn't look right. So let me show you what it looks like before you can see the bad side. So this is the gradients. This is the bad color, but when I first started and I saw it down here, I was like, oh, that doesn't look bad. Once it repeats, it does a really odd thing, and it makes it look like, because this is the dark, this is supposed to be the dark, it's supposed to get light and then go back to dark. And so instead of doing light to dark and then instantly light to dark and on and on and on, kind of like an echo, I wanted to do it kind of like, you know, a really nice fade. So I have been working on it for a while, and it's super long. It's so long, it's so wide that now the width is going to be obviously the length, and it's way bigger than, like, it's a king size length or more. So this is now going to be the lengthwise rather than the widthwise. But this is what it looks like with the color I don't like in it. So I'm going to rip back, and this is my latest level. So I'm going to rip back to here, and while I was at Walmart today, I got white. So I'm going to rip this out and then put white there, and then repeat all the way. So it really does get fully light, fully dark, fully light, fully dark. But you can see that the each one pokes down a little bit and kind of bleeds into the other. So it really fades kind of quite nicely. So this is what I'm working on, but look how long this thing is. It starts over here, and I'm going to put tassels at the end because the ends weaving in is not going to work all the way. But so this is how long it is. Yeah. So when I mock lay on the couch and put this foot to head, like, it goes probably this far over my head. But yeah, I don't like this at all. So I'm going to rip this all the way down, put white here, and start all the way again. And I can, because of how many rows are in each color, there's 3 rows of each color. There's this one, and then this one, and then that starts. So I can pretty much do 3 colors. If I'm not at work, I can do 3 or 4 colors in a day, but if I go to work and then come home and work on it, I can only get like 2 colors in. So this is going to take several days to put back to the way it was. But I really don't like this. It just breaks. It doesn't look ombre. It looks more Western style, and I don't want that. I want it to just kind of fade back and forth. So, and then the back actually looks really good too. It looks like it just looks like back post, like really nice ribbed back post. It's super cool. I love this. It looks so pretty. See, it looks it's so much better without, there we go. See, now it looks good without this too. There. Oof, come on now, behave. I got so many things on my lap. But yeah, so this is what I've been working on. And yeah, I got 2 skeins of each color, and this is how much I've gotten. And I can probably get like 2 more rows, or 1 more color out of each ball, and then I haven't even started the second ball yet. So this thing is going to be enormous. But yeah, I'll just use the blue for something else. I don't know what yet. I have no idea what yet, but okay, continuation. So I ripped out the blue that I didn't like, and then I ripped out the blue that I didn't like, and I added the white, and then I did a couple rows, and I'm on another row, and I wanted to show you what it looks like now that it's added. So okay, so This is what it looks like now. It's a lot better. Son of a bitch, come on now. It's a lot better with the white here so that it will get all the way down. I wish I had a color that was between this, but there isn't one. It just goes to this blue and then white. Everywhere I've looked, it's like there's like no between these, so it's fine. But then it starts repeating the other direction, and then this is what it looks like on the back in the same way. So I'm liking it a lot better because it has that stark brightness and stark darkness and then travels back and forth. So I think it'll look a lot better this way. Hopefully it'll look a lot better this way. And now I can add this to the video I made yesterday and post it for you guys to see. So